Morning sunshine and welcome to Ready or Not. In my pistol only video I said something along the way of all the 9mm pistols are just the same, but I never really looked into it. So that's what I'll do today. Let's start with the easiest one and compare the recoil of them all. And to make it as consistent as possible I use an auto clicker and I will not touch my mouse. Today we are doing some science. Alright, looks like I already lied to you, because the recoil that was way different. So for once the Glock 19 and the M11, they are basically the same. Looks like they just got a reskin. The new, I think, 559, that was the one with the lowest recoil, and at one point it just stopped racing, and the Beretta, well, that one is all the way up there. So yeah, looks like that one has the most recoil. Alright, and just to make a difference a little bit more obvious, this time I used that piece of wood, and that one is the 509. Yeah, a pretty big difference. That one was the Beretta, but unfortunately, yeah, there wasn't one all the way up there, so even that wasn't enough space. And looking at the Glock and the M11, they are basically producing the same holes. So yeah, that looks pretty much like just a reskin. But that raises the next question. If some of them are having less recoil and more recoil, does this also mean that some of them are having more stopping power, are having more energy because of, for example, the longer barrel of the Beretta? So, looks like we need some more science. But for my next experiment I'm gonna need some, let's call them volunteers. So I'm just gonna grab all the 9mm with some jacketed hollow point and shoot them from a close distance, center of mass. I think that's gonna be the most obvious one. And to make it a bit more reliable and consistent, I'll just quickly do a little something. Okay, and here we go, and now we got all our wave volunteers for our little experiment.
It's because of the tobacco strike. Sorry.
Oh no, don't you worry, my sweet little child, this isn't about money. Your sacrifice will help us understand Ready or Not so much more. Your sacrifice will benefit the science of everyone. And by the way, please keep in mind that this is just decor, this is not body armor or anything, this is just supposed to look cool or something like that. Anyway, let's start with center of mass shots and see how many it takes until they are dead. Okay, 3 and incapacitated, but incapacitated is not today's goal, so... There we go. Oh, well, I don't think I show you the rest because I'm just gonna hear stuff like, ooh, you lost the war, you're not supposed to do experiments like that anymore, so I think I'll just skip that part. And by the way, the civilians and the suspects are having different thresholds until they are dead. Oh, don't you worry, you don't need to say anything. I will find the truth. So I will put one list for the suspects and one for the civilians. And in the meantime... Okie dokie, so that part is done and it was pretty consistent. For the suspects, every single time, 5 bullets, center of mass until they are dead, and for the civilians, 3 bullets. So there we go. These are the numbers for the 509. And rinse and repeat. But this time with the Beretta. And since this one was the one with the highest recoil, let's see if it's also the one with the highest damage. But first things first, let's not damage our beautiful and valuable subject. So let's get them with some pepper bolts and let's see. Okay, just a last quick double check. Yep, once again, check that hollow point. So oh boy, that doesn't look too good. Not the thing with the dog that was already there, I promise you, no need to unsubscribe. But the thing is, the Beretta has the highest recoil, as you could see earlier, but the results were still the same. 5 checkered hollow point, center of mass for the suspects, and 3 for the civilians, so it looks like 9mm is still 9mm, only is according to the damage that it does, not to the recoil and everything else for some reason. But hey, just for the sake of it, let's also take a look at the M11 and the original version before it got remodeled, the clock.
Fuck you, bro. I got dogs on the inside.
And I'm about to bring these dogs on your surface. And here we go again, this time clock. Oh, excuse me, that was my fault. I forgot about the stinger grenades. They actually do a bit of damage and that might have been a bit too close. So that one is damaged and let's just ignore it. I know it wasn't necessary to show that part, but it's just very important to me to show you transparency so you can actually trust my results. If you can trust someone like me at all.
Yo, man, I didn't mean it. I'm struggling.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm struggling as well, because once again, it's 3 for civilians and 5 for the suspects. But it's not a complete waste of a perfectly good S rank, because there's another thing I realized. I always aimed for the chest area, you know, the classic center of mass, but it doesn't seem to be necessary. It's just about somewhere in the torso. So if I don't aim for the center of mass, chest, just let's say for the belly, and once again, 1 bullet, heh heh heh. 2 bullets, heh heh heh. 3 bullets, blah. And there we go. Just some belly shots and same reaction like the chest shots. Okay. And there we go. So it looks like it doesn't matter if you aim for chest or heart, lungs, anything. There are no hit zones or anything, so yeah. But that means there's only one missing. Yeah, I'll make it quick because we already know how this one is going to end. So, once again, but M11, still check it at hollow point, yada yada yada. Well, I don't even think this one is going to be necessary to show you, but well, I think most of you who watch this video are just here for the cruel executions covered as science, so here we go. Come on, heads up, it's not the end of the world. Only the end of your life. And big surprise, once again, 5 bullets until a suspect dies, and 1, 2, 3. Oh, did I miss one? Yeah, I think I just missed 3 for the civilians, so still perfectly the same. And just as a little proof to show you that the torso shots do actually cause more damage than, for example, a limb shot, let's just, just a little feet tease. 1, 2, 3, still alive. 4, still alive. 5, there we go. Civilian, 5 instead of 3. So the legs took less damage than the torso. There we go. So, in conclusion, the damage of all the 9mm were perfectly same. But the recoil differs, and we can actually objectively say that the worst one is the Beretta, then the Glock 19 and the M11 were basically the same, and the one with the lowest recoil is the new 509. Okay, so that one seems to be technically the best for some reason. But there's still one thing I'm curious about. The difference of the barrel length between, for example, the Beretta and the Glock wasn't enough to make a difference, but how about we use some 9mm with a really long barrel? So, that's the last thing I want to take a look at. And now, don't worry. I will once again keep my precious subjects in perfect condition by only using the taser and gas. And now, this time I will save you the gas jokes. I don't want you to choke on them.
I was just out here getting gas.
He was just out here getting gas. Oh, how true. A lot of gas. So,
Hey, let me go,
once
alright?
again,
I can't go
9mm,
back.
check it at hollow point, but the long barrel. Huh. Another subject? Oh, suspect. I should stop calling them subjects. And 5 bullets, okay.
Just take my wallet and let me go.
Oh, mein süßes Kind. Money is not the thing I'm looking for.
There are lives on the line. Watch it.
Civilian, 3 bullets. Suspect. Come on. 5 bullets, okay. Next. You really want to rush that guy who's just here to execute people to see if the weapon works. You do you.
Special. Start acting like
Haha, no. Nice try.
stand down. Watch it.
Yeah, exactly. You heard talk. Watch it. Watch closely. And like and subscribe if you enjoy it. Oh well, I didn't expect that result, but once again, all the 9mm do have exactly the same damage. Civilian, even with the long-barreled MP5. 1,
This is a run and gun operation. Be careful.
2, going down but incapacitated. 3 and dead.
Stand down. We can't
Yeah,
afford mistakes
still
like
the
that.
same. So that means that all the 9mm always has the same damage. The only difference is the recoil. Well, like I said earlier, the highest recoil, at least for the pistols, the Beretta, then the M11 and the Glock 19 on second place, and the best one with the lowest recoil seems to be the 509. But other than that, not a whole lot of difference. The biggest difference later seems to be the rate of fire, because, well, for example, the SCP-9 is going to have a much higher rate of fire than the MP5, but that's a different story. And also keep in mind that the only hit areas are the torso, so it doesn't matter if you hit them in the belly or in the chest, in the back or somewhere in the side, center of mass, every single time the same result. But I think the most interesting part is that the omega-3 fish oil contains human DNA and HIV. So take that for what you want. Anyway, I hope you learned one or two things about the game and about HIV. Thank you for watching. Hope you had fun doing so. And I hope to see you again the next time. And until, have a great day.